What's up, guys? I'm coming at y'all with my highly anticipated Buggy the Clown Pirate King theory, which was highly anticipated by 8 people, including myself. So, I actually didn't think I'd have to make this because I didn't think I'd get fucking 8 likes, let alone even 5. But because I'm a man of my word, I went, did research, and I wrote this video for y'all. So, at first, I was planning on just making a fucking meme video, but when I actually did some fucking research for this shit, and I low-key realized that this shit is actually probable. So I give you guys this masterpiece of a theory. I hope you all enjoy. Now, I believe Buggy has been playing dumb this whole time to deceive everyone and take the title of Pirate King when the time comes. And this is why. So when we first meet Buggy, he's already sitting on a throne, foreshadowing that he will sit on a throne later in the story. Which throne? The empty throne of the Pirate King. After Dressrosa, Doflamingo talks about the empty throne of the Pirate King and how like the final saga or whatever will be the fucking final fight over the throne, right? Now, he's talking about like the contenders for him, like, fucking the Yonko, the Supernovas, and he mentions the warlords. And who's a warlord at that time? Buggy. And who's shown in that panel that Doflamingo talks about this in? Buggy. Meaning Buggy is confirmed to have a chance at being Pirate King, which we now know will happen. Not only that, but what other character sits on a throne in One Piece? Emu. And what is Emu? The ruler of the fucking One Piece world. Basically the king of the fucking world. The king of the fucking world government. Not only that, but we know Oda loves to have characters be inverses and all sorts of other shit of each other. Now, we're led to believe that the main inverse is Luffy and Blackbeard, as we believe Luffy is the protagonist and Blackbeard is the final villain. However, that's not true, because the protagonist is actually Buggy and the final villain is Emu. So I believe it's safe to assume that Emu and Buggy are inverses of each other, as Emu is portrayed as hella fucking strong, probably like number 1 in the verse, and Buggy is portrayed as just fucking ass. He's not even close. And since Emu is the ruler of the world, what would be the opposite of that? The Pirate King. Also, it hasn't been confirmed, but it's believed by the fandom that Emu has the power of the ancient weapon Uranus, which leads me to believe that Buggy will have the ancient weapon Pluton. And when we look back, what is Buggy's nickname? Buggy the Bombastic Clown. Bombastic. And one of Buggy's gimmicks is that he has his fucking muggy balls, which are basically just fucking bombs. And it's said that Pluton has a power of mass destruction. And what is known as a weapon of mass destruction? A fucking nuke. So Pluton could be a giant ship with big ass bombs on it that could be like nukes or some sort of explosive that cause mass destruction. And now, when Buggy and Luffy fight during Orange Town, Luffy tells Buggy he's finna be the king of the pirates. And that's when Buggy says, if you're king of the pirates, then what am I? God of the pirates? Now this is Buggy letting us know that he will always be a tier above Luffy, which has been true so far, as Luffy has just been a normal pirate all the way up until Wano, where he finally became an emperor, while Buggy was a warlord, and now they're both emperors. But what's a tier above emperor? Pirate King, and we're entering the final saga. Not only that, but it's safe to assume that Buggy will become a pirate god, because eventually we know Luffy will become king of the pirates. So it might be safe to assume that during that fight, Buggy was using his advanced observation haki. Now you might be wondering, observation haki, how the fuck does Buggy have that? Well, we see this in Marineford when he dodges all of Mihawk's attacks. Yes, I said dodge, because Devil Fruit users use their observation haki to dodge haki-based attacks by using their powers to like reform their fucking body. We see this when Akainu is attacked by the Whitebeard pirates, and we know that Akainu could have just used armament haki to block the attack, like what Kizaru did when he blocked fucking Marco's kick. But instead, he flexes on us and uses his observation haki to predict the attacks to dodge. I mean, bro, are you telling me Vista didn't use haki when trying to cut Akainu? When we're talking about Vista, who Mihawk acknowledged as a swordsman. So he had to have used haki. Not only that, but Akainu even says, "Oh, you haki users are fucking troublesome," or some shit like that. He says some square ass shit, bro. And remember, we don't see haki during pre-time skip. Also, Akainu's body is made out of magma. Wouldn't magma melt Vista's sword? So the only reason why his sword didn't melt is because Akainu had dodged the attack by reforming his body. And Akainu is a Logia, but Katakuri, who is a Paramecia just like Buggy, does the same shit when he fights Luffy. Which is why I believe that Buggy used his advanced observation haki to dodge Mihawk's attack. I mean, we know Mihawk has armament, and we know Mihawk is like top 3 in the fucking verse. So he should have been able to just fucking destroy Buggy. But Buggy is omnipotent. And fruit users only use their powers when they want to, which means Buggy was dodging intentionally. Not only does Buggy have observation haki though, but he also has Conqueror's haki. And you might be wondering how. But it's been in our face since Impel Down. In Marineford, after Luffy uses Conqueror's haki, Ivankov mentions that him having Conqueror's haki explains why people are attracted and drawn to Luffy. And in Impel Down, we see Buggy attract all of the inmates as well as Mr. 3, as they believe him to be like some sort of fucking like pirate god or legend, which he is. Not only does Buggy attract them, but he also attracts Crocodile and Mihawk as they join his crew. Also, he didn't even collapse when Luffy used Conqueror's haki. Even though, hella people still survive that shit. The people who survived said if you can't withstand that shit, don't go near him, which means Buggy was able to withstand it because he has a strong spirit. And we see how close he gets to Whitebeard and Shanks, who also have insane Conqueror's haki, as we've seen when Shanks just fucking walked on a Whitebeard ship and was knocking motherfuckers out, and when he used 5G haki on Green Bull. Also, both Buggy and Shanks were with Roger all the way up until they made it to Laugh Tale, up until Buggy got sick with Usopp's "I can't go to the island or I'll die" disease. So this means that they know how to get to Laugh Tale since they were on Roger's crew and go all the way up until they made it to the last island. Which means they could have gone with them to Laugh Tale, but they just didn't go because fucking Buggy got sick. And both Shanks and Buggy have been carefully waiting until all threats were gone to go and claim the One Piece, which is why Shanks waited to claim it after Wano, which makes perfect sense because there are 4 road poneglyphs. One's at Zou, one belongs to Kaido, one belongs to Big Mom, and the other one we don't know about. And we haven't heard nothing about Shanks fighting Big Mom. Okay, he did fight Kaido, but he didn't fight Kaido for the poneglyph. You feel me? So we haven't heard him fight over no poneglyphs. He's already been to Zou, so he already knows about Zou's poneglyph. And that's why I believe that he already knows the way to Laugh Tale, which means if Shanks knows the way to Laugh Tale, then Buggy should as well. And now this is why I believe Buggy will become the Pirate King. And I'm expecting him to somehow, like, during the final war, somehow there will be like a throne or whatever. Somehow he ends up fucking knocked out on the throne while fucking like holding the One Piece. And then Big News Morgan will come in and take his fucking flick, and everyone will know Buggy as the Pirate King.